All right, everybody, welcome back. A lot has changed even since the last episode. Just due to names of other podcasts, we decided to change the name. And this name actually has special meaning, and I'll let Sean dig a little bit deeper into it. But the name of this podcast has changed from Grown Man Business to Learn Young, Learn Fair, which is actually a Scottish proverb. And Sean, I'll let you dig into the meaning of that.
I mean, I didn't. Well, first off, welcome, Happy New Year to everybody. And yeah, we did have to change the name. I looked up that podcast, and someone else has it. And this, so we was brainstorming some names, and I was like, what about learn young, learn fair? Something I heard a lot growing up, and I still use it to this day. And I didn't know it was a Scottish proverb until like a week ago. I just used to hear my mama say it all the time, like learn young,
What's
learn
your
fair.
what's your mom's nationality?
Woman. All right, mama. That's her nationality. That's my mama.
Her
No,
nationality is
my
mom.
mother is Scottish. So I mean, it makes sense. But I wouldn't put in like, oh, she heard it growing. Like, no, she just always used to say that. And I've been living in America since 11, so I never thought about it. But learn young, learn fair is kind of like it's better to learn that message or that life lesson young than it would be to learn it later on in life. Because I give you an example. Let's say you're 16 and got a job and keep waking up late for work and that job fired you, right? It's better to learn that lesson about getting your ass up for work on time at 16 than when you're 28 or 30 and you ain't got mom's house to live at, or oh, I just find that I'm still in school. Like, you 28, you a grown ass man. Like, ain't no I'm just gonna be late every day. Well, you should have learned this lesson young, and you would have learned it fair. So, and that's what I try to teach my kids. Like, I'd rather you learn it now. I can't force you to learn it, but please learn it now, because I know, like, a lot of the life lessons I learned, I did not learn young or learn fair. I learned old and unfair. It was old and unfair. But
so,
I'm
so,
not trying to learn no more lessons that 50-year-old Sean got to pay for if I can learn them now. Like, no, sir.
so quick question. Sticking with this thing, right? Now, obviously, if you guys don't know, we're both in our 40s, both 45, just hit 45 in 2025. So if, and I have an answer for this as well, if 45-year-old Sean could talk to, let's say, 17-year-old Sean and give him one lesson, one thing that, hey, do this, one tip, hint, whatever it is, what is that thing that 45-year-old Sean would tell, let's say, 16-year-old Sean, hey, look out for, or do this, or whatever the case may be? What is that one lesson that you would give to yourself to learn young?
And man, that's a great question. So it wouldn't be about anything that I've done, right? Like, in the physical. It would be more, hey man, enjoy life and find some happiness and some peace. Because everything that I did leading up to today made me who I am today. It led me to this past year of, hey, you only get one shot at this thing called life. And you want to sit here miserable, depressed, and angry all the time? Like, and I think I gave you that analogy one time. It's like, you're born or whatever, you get dropped off here at the daycare on Earth, and you steady looking out the window for them to come back and get you, but you're not enjoying the party that you just got dropped off at. You're leaving
Yeah.
this party. You don't know what time, but you're leaving. So don't wait till, oh man, I'm finna leave in 2 minutes to go start having fun and enjoy yourself. So it would be to find some peace, some joy, and some happiness, and enjoy life. Like, because
Yeah.
for 40 something years, it was just, I don't want nothing for Christmas. Get it, buy humbug. Like, just because I didn't know how to deal with what I was dealing with, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't know how to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
That's not your fault, or whatever.
Right.
And now it's like, man, I'm finna enjoy myself. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have some fun and do me and be happy. And if you don't like
Man,
it, I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm right along those lines. Not necessarily for the same reason, but I don't think there's any, like, I wouldn't say like a study harder in school, which, although a great lesson, I also realize for all of those things, they're second and third order. Go ahead.
I would have changed some things, like the way I handled some things that I did.
Like,
I wouldn't take it back. Like, oh no, hey man, it's part of life, right? Like when you leave here, you're gonna have a story to tell them people wherever you go. And if you believe, you don't believe, if you think you're going up or down, when you get there, you're gonna have a story. What you want your story to be, because you get to tell your own story. You get to write your own story every day. So when you leave this earth, you be like, man, I did this, I did that. You don't want to go out there and be like, I went to work and went to a football game one time. Like, damn, you got life and you did that. So, but some things I would definitely have handled differently, but I wouldn't take them back.
Yeah, and I say that because any decision that I've made in my life has second and third order effects, right? If I say, hey, I should have studied harder or played sports harder or whatever, that may mean the chain reaction to that is I don't have the kids that I have now, or I'm not where I am. I don't meet my wife. I don't yada, 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 whatever that is. Now, I do like, and I didn't think about this before, but I do like your idea of just enjoy life. And I don't think that's something that I've always done great, right? I think there are many times where I think the hard part about at least the way we came up is that a lot of my goal was how do I get money, not how do I enjoy life, right? So in that, sometimes I made decisions that weren't the things that were best for my family. They weren't best for my mental stability, or just enjoying life. But it was something that I thought would help me gain more money. So
right,
I
like
probably,
if you could go back and talk to you probably be like, hey man, we're good over here. Go spend some time over there or something
yeah.
like that.
But I don't think I'd change a single decision because all of those decisions had second and third order effects. And the other part of that is as you are 45, you look back on things and those things, every single thing, bad, good, indifferent, all is attached to a lesson of something that has probably made me a little bit more wise today, right? And if I don't go through that, I don't have that lesson, so I don't know how to deal with. So who knows then what another situation like that may bring?
Yeah, you go through that, and that helps you with the next test. Like you got to go through something to be. It's like working out. Like you ain't gonna be able to get 225 until you get 125. So
Right.
you got to go through some
Yeah.
things, and then you get to pass. You get to pass that on down to your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you a dad or a parent or whatever you want to call it, and like, hey, I went through this, so you don't have to, right? Like I went through this to, and then, but you'll go through something for your kids, so they don't like, and hopefully you could teach them, how to maneuver through this thing called life, because sometimes, and hopefully this podcast reaches some 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, and they're like, male or female. It doesn't just have to be, a male, like, maybe no dad around or no uncle, no brother, no auntie, no sister, like nobody to ask those questions about life, because it is like life just be lifing sometimes. Like life is
Life be life.
doing this thing. Like, hey, you got to deal with me. I ain't got to deal with you. Like I'm gonna always be here.
Now I'm gonna flip this. I want you to we're gonna peer a little bit into the future. What do you think 70-year-old Sean will want to say to 45-year-old Sean today? What thing or lesson or whatever do you think, if you could go in the future and kind of look and say, hey, Sean, you really need to, and then fill in the blank?
Yeah, stop fucking around. Like
Okay,
if
what do you mean?
75-year-old me walk through that door right now, I'd be like, stop fucking around. Like,
Okay, dig deeper.
Like, we've been trying to do this podcast 4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
4 times. Most people would have been like, fuck it, I ain't doing it. But we kept on coming back and kept on coming. And now, at this point, this is probably the hardest to do it, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, you being, your occupation that moves you around a lot, like, for a little bit, like, we was in the same town.
Yeah.
Long enough to get this thing. Now you halfway across the world. And,
literally.
And it's like, okay, time difference, but it's like, hey, Sean, stop fucking around. If this is something you want to do it. And that's not just with the podcast. Like, hey, you got in shape, you want to stay in shape, stop fucking around. Like, you know what to do and how to maintain or achieve or whatever. You know what to do. And I think everybody has that inside them. Like, they know what they want, what they want to do. They just scared to take that jump. They scared to be like, what if it fails? Who gives a fuck? Right? You only hear until you're not. And then it's like, you think in 50 years, they're like, man, Sean and Calvin's podcast, man, I'm dead. You know, like,
yeah.
So while you here, take a chance at it. Like, I really admire those people that don't let nobody or no one or nothing interfere with what they want to do with their life, right? Like, they like that saying, I march to a different beat. Like, I'm not worried about the things you're worried about. And, you know, I'm gonna enjoy this life. I try everything. I ride motorcycles, I jump out of planes, and we're sitting there like, man, you're crazy. Are they crazy, or are we just scared because we want to do it too? But we're like, nah, I ain't got the balls to go be a movie star or to be a singer or to open up my own restaurant. Like, I'm too scared because what if I fail? Man, please fail. It's like,
and this is
we failed a lot up until 45. Like, damn, I could have handled that differently. But as long as you ain't dead, you got another chance. Try again.
Yeah, and I think my 70, 75-year-old self would say, hey, stop being so scared, right? I think as I look at my life, and I will say, truly blessed, but there are things that, because of comfort, that I haven't moved out on, right? To include, if you guys know, and I won't dig deep into my job, but most of you probably can figure it out, what it is I do for a living. I've been doing it for 27 years, right? And so you ask, why have I been doing this job, you know, where most people normally retire after 20 years, even if it was just a retirement, why are you still going past? Because there's some fear there, right? There's some comfort in, I know my job. I know how to go to work every day. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, at work. What do you want to be doing with your life?
Yeah, and that's the flip side of that is it the job that I again, let me because I know some people that work with me are probably going to watch this. I truly enjoy the people I work with. I don't necessarily enjoy the job. It's not
your passion.
And I think I don't come home and like put together networks and look at satellites, and so I think my 70, 75-year-old self would say, hey, quit being scared. You built a safety net. The safety net is there, right? I put myself in a position where, hey, I can take some chances. I can take some chances in, hey, what if we say, no shit, let's pursue this podcast 150%, push it, advertise it, keep doing it, get consistent, right? I would have much more fun. And I'll kind of take you guys back to the origin of this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take you back to even the origin of this podcast. So for those of you who may just be coming on now, me and Sean have been friends literally 30 plus years. We have in 30 plus years, and we both come from military families that included a lot of moving around. For whatever reason, we've always stayed connected. And that's probably something we'll talk about even further, you know, us kind of diving into what that reason may be. But the conversations that we intend to have on this podcast, and this is why we say this is like Seinfeld, it's the show with no real theme, it's the show about nothing. It's just the same conversations we have when we're on the phone. We literally talk damn near every day. Two people I talk to every day is Sean and my son Steven. So we literally talk every day, and these are the conversations that we have. And we at some point realized that, hey, there may be, because as we got older, right, younger, we talked about, hey, where the girls at, and money and drinking and booze partying. And as we got into our 30s and 40s, those conversations flipped into life and retirement and health and a lot of things that we're dealing with as we've kind of gone through life. And it became a point where we said, hey, a lot of this stuff would probably be good stuff if we had gotten some of these lessons or had some of these conversations at 18, 19. Now, that's not our target audience. I don't think we have one, But that is the premise. The premise is these are a lot of the conversations that we're having in our 40s that are lessons that, man, if I knew everything I knew at 18 that I know at 45, man, I would have been pretty dangerous. And it's the again, we're both doing pretty well for ourselves. But I think it's safe to say, and I don't mean to speak for you, Sean, but I think it's safe to say that we're both also trying to discover our real joys and our real passions, even at 45, right? We're trying to really figure out. And I think in your 40s is the time where you start to say, what do I want this life to be? Right. And I'll let you dig into this, but we've long had that conversation of, and we are both Christians. And if you're not, hey, that's cool. Don't, no judgment. But we have both had that conversation of getting up to those pearly gates, getting in, and God saying, hey, man, this is where your life was supposed to go. This is what you were supposed to do. This is why that thing happened or this thing happened. And us saying, man, that would be our biggest regret, to find out that there was something where we were being compelled to do it and we were too scared to push that button or make that move. Go ahead, Sean. I'll let you dig a little bit deeper into that because, again, I know this is a conversation we've had thousands of times.
Yeah, thousands of times, because it's like I can only speak for me, but like I've been getting this tap. Like, you're supposed to be doing this. Hey, what are you doing over here? You're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing this. And I'm like, every other thing I try to do never works out. Like it does. Like, if God don't want you somewhere, it ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out for you. So I was like, man, we didn't get this older version. Like, we were the two oldest. So I didn't have no older brother. I didn't have no uncle to, show me these things. I kind of just went through life, like, and I can't blame my folks because they had other kids and I'm getting up there 16, 17, and I got a 11, 8, 5. And so they all need more attention than me. And it was just like, what am I, what do I do? Hey, man, figure it out. But when you hit them 45s, it's like, okay, man, what are you supposed to be doing? What do you get enjoyment out of? What are you supposed to? What do you like? What do you want to do with your life? And so it's like, I remember being younger, like watching the game, and like them life insurance and funeral cost commercials would come on. You'd be like, man, get these commercials off. Now I'm like, hold on, what the hell?
Yeah.
So term life insurance, like now I'm like, like, what the fuck are they talking about, man? Like, hold on, because you look outside in the world and people, dying and everything. Like, there's no guarantee that I'm gonna make it to 80, right?
Yeah.
There's no guarantee. So and now you start, like, okay, 45. If this is like if this is the second half or the third quarter or whatever you want to call it, make it a good one. Like, man,
yeah.
like you can't go back and fix the first 3 quarters, but you can have a hell of a fourth quarter. So why not enjoy it? What do you want to do with your life? You start getting that age where it's like, okay, we're in the sweet spot. You got enough money, enough time, and mental and physical. Go make it happen. Because as the years go on, one of them's gonna start slipping. The mental, the money, or that, like, something's gonna start slipping. So go enjoy it right now. And what I get an enjoyment out of is giving advice or helping someone achieve a goal, or just like being that older brother, uncle, dad that I wish I had. Being that. I get a joy. It ain't even got to be my kids, because, my kids are older, and, hey, your kids ain't going to listen to you all the time. They're not going to, as much as you want to strangle them with it, like, hey, man, don't, got to, it seems like, and I don't know why, as when we were younger, we would listen to strangers more than our parents.
This is funny because I work in a job where I work with a lot of young people, and I have more success talking to the people I work with than sometimes talking to my own kids. And I think it's because when it's your parent, it's your parent. It's, oh, that's mom, that's dad, that's what they gotta say. That's what they're supposed. Like, when it's just and I'll use, and we had a lot of great mentors growing up, and so I'm gonna throw out a name so I could also give his flowers. But when it's T Newt saying it, well, hey, he's not mom, he's not dad. Shit, I'm gonna take that a little bit more to heart, because
sometimes
you're not just saying.
though. But
Yeah,
sometimes you
no,
be wrong.
don't
You be
do my
like,
boy like that.
damn it, T Newt, man, you let me down on this one, man.
You
Like,
don't do my boy T Newt like that.
hey,
T
listen,
Newt.
listen. That I love that man to death. But you know, like now, listen, now at 45, when he be telling me some shit, I be like, nah, man, that ain't the move. Like that ain't the move right now.
Don't do my boy T Newt like that. T Newt
But it would be
was
the same, like he
just
was consistent. The same advice he gave me at 16, he gave me at 4. Like, I'm not 16 no more. I can't bounce back like that.
so T Newt was the guy around the way, and I'm gonna say for both of us, and really I'll say even more for Sean, because Sean and T Newt, man, they were really tight. And as we'll continue to explore, you know, Sean had with his pops had some up and downs. And let me say this, and flowers given and all kudos, but you know, same thing with me. Like me and my pops didn't always see eye to eye, and you know, whatever the case may be. But T Newt was that big uncle, you know, that really kind of took us under his wing, gave us some advice. T Newt, but I to also give flowers. T Newt always had time for us. T Newt has, and I got to get into the story a little bit. T Newt has a son, Dexter, who's our age. So obviously T Newt's the same age as our parents. Maybe a little younger, but
no. T Newt is only 60. He's only 15 years older than us. So when we were 13, 14, he was
okay.
He was giving us advice as a 27-year-old.
Yeah, but we used to go to T Newt house, and like I said, Dexter is literally our age. We used to go to Dexter house to kick it with T Newt. Dexter was one of our friends, and I say was one of them, but Dexter was a friend as we were growing up. But we used to go kick it with T Newt. T Newt was it was the cool spot. It was, and we'll dig more into this too. The responsibilities of our generation, because T Newt used to always have some people over, and they used to give advice, and that's where barbecue, play spades, where a lot of the things that we learned, you know, just of being big bruh, whatever you want to call it, OG, yada yada yada. I know you guys use all those new terms. T Newt and his homeboys was that for us. And again, we're probably slipping our responsibility to do some of those things, but that's part of the reason of this podcast.
I look at it as T Newt helped us navigate the like the shady side of the world. You know what I mean? Like how to move.
Yeah.
Like how to not be a snake, but how to move. Like if you need to, how to you know.
Yeah.
And your parents are gonna give you the straight arrow. Do it the right way. You're just gonna be like, listen, if the right way don't work, try this out. And I'm like, why would the right way work? But I wanted that way to work because that was the cool way to do it.
That was the cool way.
Like I want to do it that, even though like 80% of the time it's not. I wouldn't give my kids T Newt advice today. At 45.
No, you wouldn't. But T Newt there's a difference between being a parent and being a big uncle. Right? Sometimes I can give a little bit of the role, because I'm not gonna say to my kid, hey, but if you do drink and drive, stay on the back roads, right? I'm gonna say, hey, don't you dare drink and drive. I'm like, hey man, hey, if you drink and drive, don't use the highway. I'm not gonna, but
that's terrible advice.
That's some T Newt type advice.
But it's terrible fucking advice. Like, but if you do it, so you're saying I can get away with it? Like, no, don't do it. So I have a boy and a girl. So, like, I give my daughter, T Newt advice. Because I tell her how these dudes out here moving.
Gotcha.
I give her that T Newt, like, hey, you a 22-year-old young female out here in this world. Don't think for a minute, like I was a man at 22. You know what I'm saying? I was a man at 22 and seen a little and about, you know, yeah. I got all kind of tricks and you know, that
I know the mentality of a 22-year-old guy, right? Because at 22 and I'm gonna use my old Tommy from Martin a statement. We was trying to get the draws. That's what and that's just facts. That's what we're trying to do.
And I kind of fucked up a little bit because, you know, I gave, you know, as a man, when you have kids, you raise a boy different than you raise a girl. I don't give a damn what you say. You're more protective of the girl because for a guy, you know what guys want to do to girls. So now that I'm like, okay, my son's 28. I never taught him or talked to him about how these women out here move. Seeing that I've been for 45
That's
years.
a good point.
Like, I'm teaching you how to move, but these women is a little bit more advanced than the women that
and it's many shady women, and not necessarily in the same way, right? Like men, it's hey, I'm trying to get the draws, and that's normally, I guess, how you would say a man would try to take advantage of a girl. But it's a lot of girls out here trying to get guys for their money, trying to get guys. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think, like you always have to talk with your son. Hey, make sure you put a rubber on. Don't get anybody pregnant. But it's like,
Right.
Hey, let me give you a little bit of game on how these women be out here playing. You might
That's
not
a
know
good
that.
ass point.
All you thinking about is putting a rubber on, but you're not noticing. Damn, I left my bank statement sitting over here, or I'm giving her access to my house. Like, hold on a minute. Like, let's.
Yeah, hey, bringing girls to your house the first day. Girls have set up people, and I'm not. Let me again. I'm trying to caveat this.
We're not saying that's what women do.
Every girl is shady, but I think most people listening to this probably know a shady girl. So, and
100%.
again, I think that's very valid because I don't think, and I know my sons
who just try to fuck everything, right?
Yeah, and that's back to
100%. So it go both ways. So, but I was more concerned with I don't want my daughter to get taken advantage of or hurt or anything like that. All my son's tough. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, he got one part down pat. He ain't got no kids or nothing at 28 because he's like, I don't want no kids right now because I'm not ready to raise a family and all. Cool. Hey, keep that mentality until you ready.
Until you're ready. Yeah.
But what the hell else is all going on around you? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's see what's going on around you. And let's take a look at it.
And I will say, and again, no knock to our parents. And I also knock myself because it's probably not something I did great. I don't think I gave good advice, and I did not get good advice on being an adult. Things like taxes, things like, what does APR mean?
But that's part of you going through life and going through that
and learning young and learning fair.
Learn young, learn fair. Like, hey, you better learn this from me because I already paid the price for it. I already paid the price for this lesson. Like, I bought this. I paid with 3 weeks in jail or a $500 fine. I paid that. Whatever it is, I paid it. So you don't have to pay that. So, but kids got to do their own thing. And I think, as they get older, they're more keen to listen to you as they get older. 15, 16-year-old, dad don't know shit. You out of touch. You still sag your pants or whatever. Us old people do that 45 compared to a 22-year-old. But now that they taking steps forward in life, like getting married and getting a career and buying a house, they're like, hey, shit, whoa, let me ask somebody. Let me talk to somebody. It's like, oh, you listening now?
Yeah.
And I'd rather you listen now than when you're 35. Like, hey, learn young, hey, get it from me now. Everything that you've done or you're about to try to do, I've done it. And if not, I know somebody who knows somebody
who can.
About it.
100%. And I think that's it's the structure of life is very weird because some of your most important decisions that you're going to make in life, including school, your first education, having kids, by and large, you're going to do that in your first fourth of your life when you're the least mature. And I will tell you, I think now.
I want to caveat something right there. You said all these decisions. So, to me, if somebody asked me, hey, what's the most important decision a man will make in his life? And my answer would be on whom he decides to marry, on who he chooses as his life partner, right? Yes, the title is wife, but we finna go through life together, right? Like, we finna go through all, like, not only am I going through my shit, but you're going to go through lessons too, and we got to go through this together, right? Like, let's say you get married young, 21, 22, and you realize when you're 21, 22, you don't know a motherfucker like that because they don't know them damn selves. They still you're like, I don't want that person to notice about me, or I'm not ready to. So, and then you find out like this motherfucker got a spending problem, but they got to go through that life lesson, but you got to go through that with them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
And this is where we are in society now. And there's probably 800 reasons, but I think this is why you see a bunch of people and the divorce rate is so high because people are quick to jump into marriage without truly knowing one and valid points you made yourself, but two, your partner, right? And how do we handle situations and what are my values versus your values? And does all of that mesh? Does lifestyle and do I leave dishes in the sink at night versus don't I? Do I?
Listen, you got to find out all that shit, man.
Who cooks
Like,
dinner? Who cleans up? Yep.
If there's too many red flags, it's like, what? You're going to stay over there for the 3 green flags when there's 30 reds? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like,
and I think a lot of those things, when you're in the infancy of a relationship and you're still in that infatuation phase, you may be like, oh, I don't like, but what? Like, but when you do this with somebody that you're going to be with for a while, because you're going to have bad days, you're going to have bad days. And now that thing, when you're already upset because something happened at work, and hey, I overlooked the fact that you leave dishes in the sink, and that's really a pet peeve of mine. I overlooked it when we were in our infatuation phase because you had some good booty.
I was infatuated with it. I didn't. So
yeah,
I heard somebody say today.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, men think when they're younger, think with their dick, right? And then marry a chick, get her pregnant, and then start thinking with this and like, I love the kid, but I don't like the woman.
Right.
I can't. So then you end up with the broken home and divorce rate sky high. It's like, if I listen, I would not recommend anybody getting married unless, like, I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants, but like, you're 22 years old, you don't even know what you want. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
But I don't knock anybody for doing it. Like, hey man, try it. Like try it. Hey, I hope it works out for you. I don't wish no ill will on no 21-year-old getting married. I'm just looking at the numbers and be like, well, I hope you're on the other side of that 50.
But this goes into something we were talking about. I had an old coworker, and she may watch this and feel however she feels. I'm not gonna put your name out there. So, but that was divorced 6 times, and we kind of all looked at it like, divorced 6 times. And I'm like, but it's her life. You know what I'm saying? It took you to the 6th time to figure out what I like, what works, what doesn't. So I know what I'm looking for in a partner. Who cares?
Who cares? Do it till you get it right. Who cares?
Yeah. And I think even talking to you kind of changed my mentality on that, right? Because I think I don't even think this. I know this. We spend so much time worried about what other people think, the perception, right? And I'll tell you, and I know he watches this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I know me and my son had I don't even want to say a spat because we both kind of thought it was funny, but we had a little tiff because of something that I had posted, and he was concerned about what people may say about it. And what are those people going to do to me? Like, I think we spend so much time worried about what does somebody think? What are they going to do?
Even what are they? About you half the time, man. Most people are so concerned about how they look and feel. They're not worried about what, like. But like, I don't have to live your life. If you want to walk down the street with polka dot shoes on, and hey, I got enough to worry about.
This goes back to your Fantasia song.
Oh, it's as loud as the radio will get. She sang that song like the rent was due. She sang that goddamn song, and that's my shit. When I hear that song, I feel good. I feel good when I hear that song, man. So, and I'll be at the red light, like getting it, and I don't give a fuck who's seeing me, like, because deep down inside, if I wasn't there and that song came on their radio, they'd be doing the same damn thing.
Yeah,
they'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of life. And let me say this. As we are sitting here talking about it, this is not one that I have tackled. I'm still, in many ways, concerned about what other people think. And I am not, we talk about Dennis Rodman, and I use Dennis Rodman as the example. If you guys remember, some of you old heads may, Dennis Rodman came into the NBA a square, trying to do everything right. And he said that wasn't him. And then he decided to start dyeing his hair and getting all the tattoos and getting all the earrings and earrings through his nose. And he was really one of the first people, a lot of the stuff that is the style now, he was one of the first people to do it, to include being a guy with all the tattoos. But as crazy as it looked back in the late 90s or early 90s, he was being himself. He said, forget what the world thinks. And I wish that I had that level of freedom to say, hey, I'm going to do whatever makes me happy again, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else or affect anybody else's happiness. Hey, if I want to dye my head, I don't have no hair, but dye my head blue because that's what I want to do. Hey, if I want to listen to Fantasia, blasting it at the red light, because I'm probably still one of those people that, wait, let me turn this Fantasia down a little bit. I wish I had that level of freedom. I do not yet.
You don't have to wish for it. You just got to do it.
Well, that's a fact.
Like
that's
one
a fact.
step at a time. You just got to do it. You just got.
I agree.
I give you an example. So it tripped me out, right? If I go to the beach or pool and see a big dude in the pool with his shirt on, like we know, like you know you big, we know you big. The shirt ain't hiding it in the pool, cause then it's gonna be stuck to you. Like take the damn, like who cares? It's hot. Get in the pool.
And the part of it is that we all know that nobody wants to have the shirt on in your pool. You are doing it, or you put that shirt on because I don't want other people to see that I'm fat. I don't want them to see my stomach, right? Nobody goes to the pool and like, outside of I don't want people to see that, they're not like, I just want to keep my shirt on.
Like, I just want to keep my shirt on in the pool.
Yeah. But
man, take that motherfucking shirt off.
The funny part specifically about that example is wearing the shirt draws more attention than if you just didn't have a shirt on.
Like if you was just standing in the pool and like, you got a shirt on? But if you just standing in the pool, like everybody's in the pool. Man, don't nobody give a fuck about you the way you think they do, man. Nobody cares.
Right. Right. And like I said, that's something that I think, and let me say this to everybody. I think Sean probably has a handle on this better than most people I know. In terms of not, and like I said, it's something that I still struggle with, right? Do people like me, yada, yada, yada. And I have seen it both ways. I've seen people live their whole life trying to please others and not doing what they want. And so in the fashion of learn young, learn fair, that's one of the things that I wish I had a better handle on. And again, I'm not meaning this in the terms of impeding on anybody else's happiness, but prioritizing my happiness first, or mine and my family's happiness first, and not caring as much about what people think.
So much more joy in life. Because how many times has those thoughts stopped you from doing something that you thought you would enjoy?
A lot.
Like, man, I would really like to get in that pool, but man, I'm fat. I can't. I'm like, so man, ain't no way in hell, man.
I mean, because I'm gonna be honest. Like,
thoughts dictate my happiness. Because what they might think.
I went to a Luke Combs concert, right? Country guy. Now everybody knows I'm not normally. That's not normally in the cycle of where my people listen to music, right? And I hadn't really messed with Luke Combs. My wife is a big Luke Combs fan, and I didn't know much about it prior to this. And I was like, man, I really enjoyed this. But man, as I'm there, as I'm leaving, as I'm thinking about posting, I'm very concerned of, and again, obviously you guys can see me if you're watching on YouTube. I'm a black guy listening to Luke Combs a little bit, right? But I had that hesitation. I had that pause. Ooh, do I say I went to a Luke Combs concert, right? But I had a good time. I had a blast. And I rock with. Listen, if you happen to watch this Luke Combs, you invited to the barbecue. That's my boy. Hey, he be rocking out. So I rock with Luke Combs, but that I had absolutely, and I posted it on Facebook eventually. But there was that pause of, oh shit, what are people back from around the way and people I grew up with and some of these people that know me, what are they going to think? And to go back to your point even further, Nobody said, hey, black guy, where were you at a Luke Combs concert? Literally nobody. And I'm assuming most people probably didn't care.
Nobody cares.
and that's
Listen, man,
that's probably
nobody
the
cares.
lesson.
And you don't have to say, I wish I could. You just got to do it one time.
Yeah.
Find something that you have a block in that's, oh, I can't do that, because do it one time. And then it'll just be like, you'll be like, oh, I'm waiting. Oh, shit, cool. And then it'll turn into, I'm going to just do, like, I'm pretty sure the first time Dennis Rodman came to practice with the hair dyed, he was probably like, shit, hey, that's Dennis, man. Fuck it. Hey, that's, and then.
Hey, man, I need about 15 rebounds. I don't care. And Jordan told him that. Buddy, I don't care what color you dye your hair, what, you got a buck. Hey, I need about 15, 16 rebounds a night.
Get these rebounds from me.
Yeah, that's it.
That man went to the Hall of Fame, married, hit Madonna, married Carmen Electra, went to North Korea. Like, he's living
had a hell of a life. He had a hell of a life.
When he gets to heaven, man, he gonna have some stories to tell. We sitting here like, I wish I had the courage to do it. You do.
And the funny part is, as you think about this, right? If Dennis Rodman had stayed that straight stick guy that, didn't do anything outside of the box, we probably wouldn't be talking. We probably, even if he didn't, we wouldn't be talking about it. Nobody would know who Dennis Rodman is. He would have been one of the hundreds of basketball players.
He might have been able to do the same thing on the basketball court, but eventually that shit eats you up, right?
Yeah.
When the pain of staying the same is greater than the fear of change, that's when you'll change. See, right now you can deal with it, right? Because
right.
I ain't getting in the pool, but that's okay. But there's gonna come a point, something's gonna break you. Something will man, fuck that. I'm doing it. But don't wait till you're 68 to go start enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, do it now. Like, if somebody told you, hey man, once you pass this little life test, this little mental block that you have, you're gonna have the most amazing life ever. You'd be like, shit, let me do it now. Let me do it now. Because
and so I can start having that amazing life. Yeah.
I can start having this amazing, wonderful life that I've always wanted or dreamed of or seen people have or whatever. Like, but nah, I'm not going to get a open mic night and try to be a comedian, because what if nobody, what if they think I'm shit? But you're gonna be 85, like, I should have did that, man. I always wanted to do that. So do it. I did it. I was terrified. Not in the sense of I'm not gonna be funny, but like everybody's looking at me.
Yeah.
Like everybody's looking at me, and it was like for the first time, like, oh shit, I'm getting a lot of attention. Well, growing up, I didn't get a lot of attention, like, because I knew I was gonna be funny. Like I was like, okay, these jokes gonna hit, but it's like, make sure I present them right. I'm not up here shaking in my boots because everyone's staring at me. That was the only thing I was worried about, is like not being able to perform with the whole room's eyes on me. Like, oh shit. Like, so I always shied away from getting attention growing up. Like, I don't want nothing for my birthday. Don't make a big deal out of me. Blah, 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 blah. But now
don't make you the center of attention.
Now it's like, I want this for Christmas. I want this for my birthday. Like, you gonna get me some shit now. Now I want it all. We usually don't get you nothing. Not this year. This is what I want. You're gonna spend a little bit of money this year. Like, you asked for this. Now you finna get it.
So you're very specific now.
Yes. Like, now at 45, I say what I like and what I don't like. And if you're doing something that bothers me or I'm not agree, like, I'm not finna just take it. Like, hey man, I don't like that. Like, I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna address it, and then we move on from it. And I expect the same from people that I deal with. Like, if I'm doing something wrong, tell me. Because if you don't tell me, I'm gonna keep doing that wrong shit because I don't know how that affects you. But like, give you an example. Like, one night I was talking to somebody and they had said something to me, and it was like, okay. They were like, you understand? I was like, yeah, I got it. They're like, repeat back to me what I just said. I'm like, hey man, I ain't no fucking dummy. You don't have to say repeat this. And no, I didn't curse. I was like, listen, something bothers me. When you do that, that bothers me because it makes me feel like you think I'm an idiot and I got to repeat it back to you like I'm fucking a third grader and you put the key around my neck and don't let nobody in my house type shit. Like, repeat it. Hey man, I said I got it. If I say I got it, I got it. And if I don't got it, then I'll ask you again. But don't say But when I told this person that, they're like, you know what? I appreciate you addressing that. If that's how it made you feel, that was not the intent, and we moved on from it. Just don't be like, hey, repeat that. Like, I'm not an idiot. What might seem like an idiot to some people on my end is like, I don't give a fuck enough to pay attention right now. I don't care. So it's not that I don't get it. I don't want to get it. Like,
I just don't want to.
I just don't want to. Like, shut up. I don't want to. I don't. Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it. I don't give a fuck.
Well, hey everybody. Again, the name has changed, but the same premise, same idea. Learn young, learn fair. Again, that Scottish proverb. They truly, and I've heard it from Sean. And I'm not going to say her name, but Sean's mother, who I love dearly, for so much of my. I don't think I've actually heard it from your mom. I've heard it through you.
Yeah.
From your mom. And I know his mom well.
So I mean, I got some other life sayings that as these shows go on, I will drop, like, and all of them came from my mother. Like, there's some ones I'm like, makes sense, or like she'll tell me it, and then I got to figure out what that means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she will let me deliberately she will let me go through some shit that she could have stopped, and I'm like, why you ain't stopped me? She's like, you got to learn this lesson. I can't learn this lesson for you. So by me putting on the Superman cape and saving, you're gonna do it again. And what if I'm not there to save the day? So learn this shit now. Like, learn young. Hey man, that's learn young, learn fair. Like, that's where it came from. But there's some other ones and a couple X-ray ones.
We'll dig into the. We may get into the X-ray ones too. Who knows? There's no limits, like Master P and him. But thank you guys for rocking with us. If you've been listening this long, I think we're about 45 minutes. Truly appreciate your ear. Like I said, podcast about nothing. And as you can see, no premise. We're just talking, just two guys talking. So, like always, if there's something that you want us to talk about, idea, suggestion, or just you want to interact, please send a message. This will be posted on Facebook. It'll also be on YouTube. So please send a message. We'll be checking, and we'll address those topics, those comments right here on the show. We look forward to, like I said, providing consistency.
Yeah, no topic is off the table.
Like, no. Well,
race,
let me caveat this. There are some things based on, and again, you guys could probably put pieces of the puzzle together based on all right, you guys. Oh, we back. I'm at the merge that out. I don't know. I'll tell Steven to cut that or something. But
little technical difficulties. So, anything that's worth going to make it is going to go through this in the beginning. So just remember that when you're trying out something, you might come to a little obstacle, but keep pushing through. Keep pushing through. Like, when this podcast is #1 in the world, y'all gonna be like, I remember when them motherfuckers tried it 4 times and he's sitting in his kitchen and they using a camera phone.
Are you in your kitchen?
Look at him.
Are you in your kitchen?
I am in the kitchen.
Okay. All right. But with that being said, thank you guys for rocking with us this long.
Buddy, you got to fix that cheap ass cinematography shit you got over there.
Hold on.
No, we gotta have to delete the whole